Again, like I said, excited to be here with you, and lots of good stuff. I mean, I have really had my head down on YouTube for quite a while now. I've actually been going back, really investing in some new courses myself. One of the things that I do on a regular basis is I constantly buy training. I mean, it's like the biggest part of my budget every single month. But I am constantly investing in me, and the funny thing is, there's so many courses out there, and honestly, I get about one or two nuggets from each of them, and then I bring it all together and kind of form my own conclusion and put it all together, and then go out and train on it. And so some of the things I'm going to show you tonight are things I've learned on my own, some things I've learned, from here and there from other little, courses that I've purchased. But I promise you, some of this will be a review, but I'm going to share with you something at the end in terms of SEO. And if you're not familiar with what SEO is, basically I'm just going to show you a way that you can syndicate out some of your videos automatically and get them out and kind of create some natural backlinks without having to do anything other than just uploading your video. And once you set it all up, and I'm only going to be able to give you the idea, you're going to have to take it and run with it. But the possibilities really are endless with it. So what I want to do real quick is I want to take you in. I'm just going to show you my channel a little bit here, and some of the things that I've been doing. I've been really working on my main channel and working to optimize it in a big way. One of the things that I recently dug into more was about we talk about, like, for instance, when you set up your own blog, one of the things with your own blog is you set it up, you kind of optimize it, your blog has an overall theme to it. Well, really, ultimately, that's the way it should be with your YouTube channel as well. I mean, ultimately, you want it to have a main theme with it, and you want to set that up in the same sense and kind of optimize it in that way. So I'm going to give you just a brief overview to try and give you an idea of how to do it. But one of the things that I was really excited about, and for those of you that were on, I believe it was last week, Adam Chandler came out and did that Twitter training, where he talked about Twitter. And I've actually been, I was hanging out with Adam out in Colorado about a month or two ago, and I got to learn about this Twitter stuff that he was doing. So I started actually implementing it even before last week, and it was really, really cool. But one of the things that I did is I actually took his training, and I'm going to tie this into YouTube here in just a second. So I took his training and I said, okay, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to change it up a little bit so that it kind of reflected me. So one of the things that I did just in the past week since that training is on the direct messages in that platform called Status Brew that he showed us, I set up a bunch of direct messages, so when somebody followed me on Twitter, an immediate message went out to them. Well, instead of putting it to a capture page, I decided, you know what, I'm going to make it a little bit more kind of not necessarily, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't coming off as pitchy, because I'm very sensitive to that in terms of, how I present myself on the first go around with somebody. So what I did was I just would have an automated message go out and say, hey, great to connect. I'm over on Facebook too. Come on over and connect with me there. And would you know that those direct messages and I just put the raw Facebook link in that direct message, and people were coming over to my fan page, and in the last week I've been getting like between 15, 20, and 30 likes a day on my fan page for totally free. And it's taken me about 2 to 5 minutes a day to do. And it's pretty amazing, actually. So yesterday I had this idea, and I just implemented it today, so we'll see how it goes. But I had this idea. I was like, well, if I can do that with my fan page, why in the world could I not do that with my YouTube channel? Why can't I send people from the direct message over to my YouTube channel and build up my subscriber base like that for free? So I just started doing that, and would you know that I implemented this literally like 2 hours ago, and I think I've already gotten like 6 or 7 new subscribers. So pretty wild, but it's pretty funny. But what I did was also one of the cool things that I did is I created a video. Let me go in here real quick, and it's a video. This is a cool way when you really think about it. If you want to generate and drive traffic to your YouTube videos, is I created this video, and it's hello, my new Twitter friend. Great to connect. And so what I'm doing is I'm actually tagging people in a tweet, a welcome tweet. So as soon as they follow me, I literally tweet them, and I'm sending them to a YouTube video. Now this is brand new. It's gotten 8 views already. But what's really, really cool is that I started really diving into this. I'm just throwing out some things to you that you can use that strategy and interconnect and twine all these platforms to drive up subscribers, get more likes, get more views on your videos. Twitter can really be like an engine to make that happen. And the fact that you can set up multiple channels or multiple profiles inside of Twitter for different purposes and drive them back to all your content is like free traffic. And so really, if you think about that, people say, well, how do I get views? Well, that's one way to do it. I really believe Twitter is a great way to start driving traffic back for free traffic. And so anyway, that's one of the things that I was doing. But let's go back to my channel here. And one of the things that I recently really started doing, like I said, was I started really optimizing my channel. I wanted to test things out. I wanted to find out, where are people clicking? What are people doing? And so what I did was, number one, I made sure that I kind of laid out my channel in a way that was congruent with the overall theme. So one of the cool things is, I've talked about in some of my past trainings, and if you go into that back office of MLSP, under the video marketing, you're going to see a lot of training in there that I've done. And I've talked about optimizing your videos, optimizing them for search, so that when people go up here to the search bar and they type in a certain keyword, your video shows up. Well, I've done that so much for videos, I actually neglected to think about optimizing my actual overall channel. And you can actually optimize your channel in a way that has it's basically what I call the bracelet and charm strategy. And I've known about this for a couple years, and I've seen some other people out there training on it as well. But it's called the bracelet and charm strategy. And let me go ahead and let me see if I can draw it out for you just real quick so you can get an idea of what this is, okay? So basically the bracelet and charm strategy is, think of, you have a bracelet here which you put on your wrist, and you have all these little charms that you put on the bracelet, okay? So what the bracelet represents is kind of the main theme of your channel. So in my case, I've made my main theme MLM marketing, okay? And I'm gonna just draw this out here. This is my mouse, so I can't really draw here very well. So MLM marketing, okay? And this is the main theme. Well, when it comes to keywords, just in case you're new, so I don't freak everybody out that's new, keywords are basically when you go to Google or you go to YouTube, you type in a keyword because you're looking for something. You're looking for some information on a problem that you have, or you're looking for a solution for something. So maybe you want to know how to set up my blog. So you go to YouTube, you type in how to set up my blog. Or you go to Google and you do the same thing. So what I'm talking about is there's a way for us to find out how to figure out what people are searching for, and we've got lots of training in the back office that can show you how to do that. Okay, but I made the overall theme, the bracelet, the main keyword, MLM marketing, on my channel, and these little charms represent keywords within it. So it could be something like YouTube MLM marketing. We could have one that is Twitter MLM marketing. Could be MLM marketing for beginners, MLM marketing for Facebook. It could be all kinds of different keywords. But what we do with these is we create playlists within the overall theme that represent and have the same idea of this. So it's a way of optimizing your channel for search. Okay, and this is something that, you know, organic views on your videos are so powerful. Okay, you guys heard me. I've shared this with a lot of my students, but I literally every single day, without fail, I get leads from videos I created almost 4 years ago. Okay, that is exciting. That is leverage. That is what you want in your business. You want leads coming in literally where you could go on vacation and they still flow in. That's leverage. And that's possible when you create content. You know, some of those videos I did 4 years ago, I was living in Chile at the time. So I have some of my leads that reach out to me and they say, oh, you're still in Chile. How do you love living in Chile? And I'm like, well, I actually moved away from Chile 2 years ago. But those videos that I created when I lived in Chile are still generating leads and generating interest in my business. So very, very powerful to think about. But when you optimize stuff and you actually take, you know, a little bit of concern with how you set it up, your results will be much, much better. So this bracelet and charm strategy is very powerful from the get-go. Now, I don't have enough time to go into how to really dig deep into this. I just don't have the time. I've got a ton of content to get through. But the overall theme is find out what your main theme is, find a fairly broad keyword, and then what we're going to do is create playlists inside of YouTube that are tie into this main theme but have the same idea as MLM marketing. Okay? So I hope I'm not losing anybody here, but really, really powerful strategy. So as we go in, we set it up. What we'll do is let's go in here real quick, and I'm going to show you a couple things, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of some of my stats. So I'm going to go in here to the thing. We're going to go to channel, and some of the options here that you want to do is once you choose an overall theme, you want to make sure that you make that part of your channel keywords here. Okay, and this is very, very important. So once you do that, there's a way also, if you notice, if you want to get some keyword ideas for what to use, go up here to the search bar and just type in something like MLM marketing. And if you notice what happens when you type this in, look at all these keywords here that YouTube is giving you. Now, part of the reason that they're giving you these is because these are other keywords that people are typing in. That's the only reason that they're here. YouTube is making these suggestions to you because other people are searching for them. Now, it's a little different than, you know, Google. If you go and use the Google Keyword Planner, where you actually search for keywords and you find out, you know, what is Google, how many people are searching for a certain keyword in Google. Well, here in YouTube, this is a great way to find out what people are searching for. So MLM marketing system, MLM marketing tips, MLM marketing leads, software, strategies, training in Hindi. You know, that right there would be a cool niche. You know, MLM marketing training in Hindi, that's cool. MLM training, MLM marketing, Facebook MLM marketing. That's stuff people are searching for. So you can literally find your main base keyword and then start getting some of these ideas here. And, you know, it can really, really benefit you. Okay, so once you have that, you go in here, you plug it in, and, you know, you go through and set up your channel. And one of the cool things that I love about this, and I want to tell you, this has taken up my subscribers as well, just in the last like week and a half, 2 weeks since I added it. But there's an option here that you can put a watermark on all of your videos. Okay, and with this watermark, I used to put my branded logo here. And I actually heard out of one of these courses that I bought, like the one nugget I got out of it, all the rest was kind of junky. But they said, instead of putting your logo there, put a subscribe button. Because when you hover over the logo, people can click on it and subscribe to your channel. But a lot of people won't know that that is a subscribe button as well, unless you put a subscribe button. So I just went to Google, you know, go to Google Images, type in YouTube subscribe button, and find a button. and upload it here under this branding watermark, and you can put it over the entire video. So when you go to your video, this little subscribe button is in the bottom right-hand corner, and guess what? It's going to take up your subscriptions. People see it, and you'll see a bump in your subscribers on your channel. And guess what? All for free. Pretty powerful, huh? I love it. It's just awesome. Cool way to get extra subscribers. So one little nugget there for you. All right, let's go back over here to. Let's go back to the channel. Oops. All right, so one of the things that when you are putting your channel together, number one, you want to make sure you have a good header. And if you notice, one of the things that I like to do is have congruency with my brand across everything that I have. So if you go over to my blog, and I'm just going to show you my blog real quick so you can get an idea of this, okay? If you look at my blog and my channel, they're congruent. So people know when they come from my channel and they click over to my blog, it's still the same basic look. And they know they're in the right place. You know, I don't want to have an image here that's totally different. When they get to my blog, it looks totally different. They just know they've got that same feeling. If they like me over here, they're going to like me over here. It's just congruent all the way through. So that's something I would suggest you look into and consider when you're setting up a channel, especially online. Don't get hung up on it. You know, don't worry about it. It's not like you can't do anything until you have that all set up. Please, whatever you do, don't get stuck in that mindset. You know, don't feel like you've got to have everything set up before you can take action. It's the worst thing you could possibly do. All right, just get moving, take action, and fix a little bit here, a little bit there. Get going. I mean, here I am. You know, big-time video marketers. Like one of the main ways I've built my business, and I'm just getting around to really, optimizing my channel. You know, here I've been doing this for years, and I've generated, tens of thousands of leads with a video, and I've never really done proper channel optimization. So that ought to tell you, don't sit around and wait to get all this perfect before you take action. Just take action and fix it along the way. Okay, I just love that. It's kind of like as a bird, just jump out of the nest and figure out how to fly on the way down. That's the best way you can do it. All right, so get this figured out. Get a cool header in here. Now, one of the things that you have the opportunity to do when you're setting up your channel is you can actually put a link. You can put a couple links right here inside of the header. Now, if you notice, here's this. You can actually put as many links in there as you want. I think it'll actually only show 3 or 4, but you can put your Facebook. I have my Facebook fan page here. I've got my blog, and I have access to my video marketing cheat sheet. All right, that's my free giveaway that I've created. So, but one of the things that I did, okay, let me just close this off here and go back. One of the things is I put just a raw link in here for the longest time. I wasn't tracking what I was doing. And one of the things that I recommend that you do is that you track your marketing. Inside of MLSP, you have amazing tracking built right into Funnelizer. You should absolutely be using that. Find out where that traffic's coming from. The training is in there. You can utilize it. It's built right in. But one of the things that I did, because my capture page is I put a tracking link here. Now, I had always had a link here, so I never knew what kind of clicks I was getting. And I have this here. Now, let me show you. I'm going to pull this up. This is the tracking software that I use. But check this out. YouTube channel link. That is this link right here. And I just put a tracking link in here not even 2 weeks ago. Check this out. 183 clicks and 4 leads. Now that is a horrible conversion rate. Horrible. But I wouldn't have known that unless I put a tracking link in there. 183 clicks on this link right here. Now, if you don't have that link in your channel, I'm telling you, you're missing out on some free traffic. Okay, so what this does is it now tells me, because this is such a horrible conversion rate, I'm only get 4 leads out of 183, 178 clicks. That tells me, you know what, I need to consider changing up this offer and seeing if I can get a better conversion rate. So I wouldn't have known that. So I highly recommend that you add these links in here to a main offer that is somewhat congruent with your overall channel. Now, of course, I've got my blog here as well, and then I click off and go to my Facebook page as well. So, and if you look, when you get to my Facebook fan page, check this out. It's congruent. It's congruent across here, congruent here, and congruent at my blog. So people know when they get to a place, I'm in the right place. So, but anyway, this is very powerful, and I recommend that you really track this with MLSP's tracking and put that in there. Now, one other thing I want to point out. So you have this opportunity. This is as a new visitor. I actually just put this in here today. Believe it or not. Like I said, I'm finally getting around to like optimizing my own channel. But you should have a welcome video in your channel talking about what you're all about, who you are, what you're doing, and have a link to your main offer in this video. So if people come to my channel and they have not subscribed yet, what's going to happen is they're going to see this video. You have the opportunity to do one thing. Look, you've got the subscribe button here. You can have them subscribe to your channel. And you can have a link in the description, which is right here. And that's exactly what I say in the video. It's only 1 minute and 50 seconds long. It's like, hey, welcome. This is what I'm all about. This is what I do. Subscribe to my channel. I'm always posting free content and free strategies. Boom, boom, boom. And look right over here, and here's a link to click and get access to my free video marketing cheat sheet. So I'm optimizing it in that way. So when you think about it, you've got one link here they can click on. You've got a link here, and they've got this ability to subscribe. You want to take advantage of all of that. And if you're not, you're missing out. And I've missed out, quite frankly. I really have. I've missed out on probably thousands of leads because I didn't do this. You know, and that's why I'm here training you on it, so that you can make sure that you do it right the first time and take advantage of this traffic, man. Oh, man, it's crazy. So, okay, that's what you do there. And you will, like I said, you'll get subscribers. You'll get lots of that. Now, let's check this out. Now, I'm moving fairly quickly here, guys. Okay, I got a lot to cover, and so if I'm going fast, you know, just bear with me. Don't freak out. We'll do some Q&A at the end, all right? So you've got this. Now, one of the things that I like to do with my channel, and I'm starting to add in these sections here. So I've got this section of popular uploads. This is, you know, some that have gotten more views than others, and it kind of categorizes it in here. All right. Next, you've got a keyword, home business leaders. Okay, and I created a playlist called Home Business Leaders. I have one called Facebook MLM Marketing. It's only got one video in it yet because I need to go through and I need to add some more videos to that. But obviously my goal is to keep videos categorized. Now for those of you that do blogging, you know that when you do a new blog post, you put your blog post into a category. Okay, and that is something to help you, number one, keep it organized, but it's also good for what we call SEO purposes or search purposes. So by doing that, what you do is you're categorizing videos into these other categories, but what it's doing is it's making it really super neat for Facebook or for YouTube to come through and see what your channel's all about. So what's going to happen is you can actually rank your entire channel for a certain keyword. So not only can you rank individual videos, but you can actually rank your entire channel in a search. Now that's powerful. You can actually rank playlists, believe it or not. So if I have an entire playlist of videos that are all centered around a theme of Facebook MLM marketing, and I get them in here and they're all optimized and everything's looking pretty, guess what's going to happen? If somebody goes in and types Facebook MLM marketing, like look at this, like we saw, okay, look at this, Facebook MLM marketing, that means people are searching for it. Guess what could happen? my entire playlist of Facebook videos, Facebook training videos could show up, and it could be like a big fat bonanza of training for them, and they're going to be like, Mark Harbert is the most coolest guy on the planet. I want to know this guy. You can immediately build like this incredible rapport with people because you've got all this content that's right there ready to give them for what they're searching for. Why would they need to go anywhere else? So you create these playlists with certain themes in them, and then you can break it down even further and get keywords within the playlists. So all the videos represent the theme of the playlist, and the theme of the playlist fits within the overall theme of the channel. This is how you optimize it. It's pretty amazing. It's really amazing. I can't believe I haven't done this prior to this, but hey, it's good to get all this straight now, right? So anyway, YouTube likes this too. When they see that you've put this kind of care and concern, obviously it's going to help in the long run. So one of the other things that I do very often is I interview people. So home business leaders, I've categorized all these interviews that I've done with people into this playlist, and as I continue to do them, I will add them in there, and it's pretty powerful stuff. Okay, so let me see here. I've got some notes. Just want to make sure that I've done this. Okay, so one other thing. So I've got this link here. You can say I put this in here 4 hours ago. So I've just put this in here, and you can see that I've gotten 3 clicks on those links so far. Nothing major, but like I said, I just implemented it, so we'll see how it all shakes down. Okay, but very, very important. And you could essentially, when you're using that Twitter strategy, send people right over to the main page of your channel, and you've got the video here that will welcome them, point them to the page, and encourage them to subscribe. So you've got really, several options here that are available to you. Okay, so this is what you want to do in terms of optimizing your channel. And let's go back over here. Let's go in here real quick.
Dude, there's an error. Check it out. Look at what the channels they recommend you subscribe to. There's one that should definitely be subscribed to.
Right here, yeah. I added that here. Actually, I didn't even recommend it, but you can go in here and edit these. You can add your own in.
I thought that said recommended channels, not channels I recommend. That's cool.
Yeah, this is
cool.
Look, you can even change the title here. So what you guys can do is if you want to, find other people that are in the niche, take top leaders that are in the niche, or definitely My Lead System Pro, and put them into your channels, other channels I recommend. And what's going to happen is it's going to link all this together, and it's going to associate it with all these other channels, and that's going to do nothing but just add more authority to your channel overall, because it's going to be congruent with the overall theme of everything you're linking to for the most part. So pretty powerful stuff. So all right, yeah, so definitely get subscribed to MLSP's channel. You would definitely want to do that. That's for sure. All right, so let's go over here. Let's go back to the back end here. And like I said, I'm going back through a lot of my old videos. I've mainly used this channel, to be honest with you. I've mainly used it simply for my Google Hangouts. I have coaching clients. I have mastermind groups that I do, and I've mainly used it for that, to record that and things like that. But I'm using my main channel more and more for just about everything. I mean, you can set up many channels, but I'm really focusing on providing a ton of value in my main channel and going back through and categorizing a lot of these videos. I mean, you can see I've done 139 videos in here, and just lots of cool stuff. So anyway, all right, so let's see what else we can dig into here, giving you some more overviews. One of the things that you want to make sure that you do, and I'll give you a little hint, you want to make sure you verify your channel, and you verify it just simply by connecting it with a phone number. And once you do that, you get a whole bunch of new features added in. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do that. You want to make sure that you get the full functionality that you can out of your channel, and all you got to do is verify it. If you find that you want to set up multiple channels, really the best way to do that is just go buy yourself a Skype number. and you can get a whole brand new phone number through Skype for, you know, it's like 30 or 40 bucks a year for one number. And then you can just, you know, keep that one you know, phone number for that channel. So pretty powerful. So there's other things that you can do. Upload defaults. So you can set these, like if you have a certain category. I usually use the how-to and style, or you could do entertainment or education, either or. It really doesn't matter. I guess I haven't really thought this through enough, but it could probably be in education, since you're doing, you know, maybe training on marketing or things like that. And you can set in upload defaults if you want to add in tags. One of the things that I do recommend is that you come up with a unique identifier tag. And one of the things that you can do is, you know, come up with something that's like unique to you. So mine could be Mark Harbert 73, which is the year I was born. Yes, I am old. Okay, I'm 42 years old. I know, gray hair's coming, man. A little crazy. But you can use that as a tag, okay? And that can be a you know, a tag that's added into every video. Why would you want to do that? Well, if that unique tag is on every video, guess what's going to happen? They're going to come to one of your videos, and because it has that unique tag in it, it's going to put all your other videos in the sidebar that are potentially interested in. So what's going to happen is you may get them look at one of your videos, and then they catch another one in the sidebar, and then they're going to go over there and look at that. So it's a unique tag that you stick in every single one of your videos. Now, I have not, again, this is something I haven't done, but it's something that I know works. I've just, quite honestly, been lazy about it, and that's not happening anymore. So pretty powerful stuff. And
nice tip, man. Very nice. Can you blow that up just a slight? It's a little bit small. If you can just blow up the whole. Thank you, sir. Very cool tip. Thank you.
There we go.
42 years young, sir.
Yeah. There you go, man. Gray hair popping everywhere. It's nuts, dude. What the hell, man? We're supposed to stay young forever, bro.
I hear you.
You're only as old as you feel, right? I feel good. So. All right, so yeah, so add in that. You can add in, you know, that whatever it is for you. Video location. I mean, look, I put it right where I'm in Tampa, Florida, so that's where I upload. You can set that as a default for everyone, you know, and that way it's always given that location. Now, you know, all of these are. Allow viewers to contribute subtitles or closed captions. Leave that unchecked. Users can view ratings on this video. If you want to make that public, you can. Allow comments. Yes. If you want to, one of the things that I like to do personally, YouTube is prone to just negative people. Okay. You can set it to where anybody can make comments, but you have to actually approve them. See, now I don't really care. I just leave it open. But if you really want to, you know, monitor any comments, you can set them to approved, and then before they show up, you actually have to approve them. If not, you can disapprove them, and they won't show up on your channel. In some instances, I would say, you know, set it to approved. It really comes down to what you want, but let's go ahead and just save that there. So featured content, this is another cool one. Feature one of your videos or playlists across all of your videos. So what can happen is you can have like videos that kind of get associated with, you know, this one. This is a really cool blog post that I did, and it sends people over to my blog on, you know, how to sell affiliate products. This is a cool video that I actually ranked #1 inside of YouTube. I think it's still there. Let me just check and see. Let's open it up here. Yeah, so I'm #1 inside of YouTube for this keyword, and that's, you know, that's pretty good amount of views, you know, for just organic. But you know, I set this so what happens is you can feature this across your videos in your channel. So you really, there's a lot of interconnected ability that YouTube gives you to keep people engaged in your content. Remember, guys, like I said, this is really, I mean, I know we emphasize leads, 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 and how important leads are, but really leads and audience engagement is the big key. So leads are awesome, and you can have a huge list of leads, but nobody gives a rat's ass about what you're doing. You know what I mean? And that's not what I want. I want a list of people that love me, that love what I'm doing, that want to know, who I am and are just highly tapped into what I'm doing, and that's my goal. I'll take 5 leads a day if they get really wrapped into me and who I am, as opposed to 40, 50, 60, 100 leads a day and none of them care about me. Okay, that's just I'm looking for that. So anyway, this is a cool way to keep them engaged in what you're doing. And then, of course, we covered the branding, and then the advanced we did as well. So analytics, this is a really cool place where you can get really cool information on a lot of your videos. You can see where people, some of your best videos, views. You can find out where a lot of the traffic is coming from. You can see YouTube search is huge for the amount of people. You can see, male, female, where in the world people are coming from. Watch locations. Let's see here. What else we got? All kinds of stuff. Real time. You can find out if people are watching your video and is in real time. You can see there's a bunch of people viewing right now or in the last 48 hours. You got in the last 60 minutes. You can see each individual video. I mean, look at all these cool features that you've given me. I mean, literally, you've got all this analytics on all your videos. How you can really, really take this up, huge. You think about this. What Adam showed you last week in Twitter, there's no reason you can't set up this automated Twitter machine that puts every single video you got out there, driving traffic back to your video, getting views on all your videos. That's the biggest thing I get people asking me is, how do I get views to my videos? But last week I saw this Twitter trend. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, this could be like a huge driver to all your content. And you want to get views, traffic, and stuff, and then people can opt in that way. It's just huge, man. I mean, when you take a lot of what we learn in MLSP and you just start intertwining it with each other, I mean, it can all work together. And I mean, really, a lot of these strategies work together. I love paid marketing. Paid marketing is really, really powerful, and it is the ability to scale up on a really fast level. But I got to tell you, free marketing is very powerful also. Don't ever let anybody tell you free marketing is not powerful. I built a 6-figure business on free marketing on YouTube alone. And I'm still getting leads from that. How would you love to get 10 to 20 leads a day just from free strategies? Start making money and then reinvest that into paid traffic where you can just scale it up and take it to 100 leads overnight. That's the basis of free marketing. Free marketing is really a great way to capitalize on free traffic and set a baseline or a foundation of traffic that will continue to come in for you while you can scale up with paid marketing. Pretty powerful stuff. So you got all these watch time reports, audience retention, demographics, playback locations, traffic sources. Look at this, devices. Guys, mobile is huge. I mean, look, it's 37% of my videos get watched on mobile. Let's see here. On the computer, 51%. Average view time, 67%. You can see, this what the average views are. So, just lots of stuff. The best way I can tell you to learn your channel is just go back there and fart around with it. Now, half this stuff, you know what I do? I learn this by just going in here and playing with it. I mean, honestly, I just go back here and I look and I play around with it. There's not, it's not like I'm, it's kind of in my nature. I used to be an air conditioning technician, and that's what I used to do was, take equipment, pull it all apart, and then put it all back together, and learn it in the process. And that's what I still do today in my online marketing. It's how I learn. You just go in here and you're like, okay, what's this? Oh yeah, cool. Play around with it. Oh yeah, awesome. And you're like, cool. Now I know that. I mean, some of you guys think, well, I'm not an expert. I can't train anybody. Yes, you can. Go into your YouTube channel, learn it, just fart around, play around, click around, find out, and start creating videos about what you're learning and you're clicking on. hey, check this out, I found this new feature on YouTube, boom, and you do a video on it. You know, I mean, there's so much you can do, guys. I mean, really, it's literally limitless. So, okay, so what I want to do here is I want to show you this. Let's go back here to the video manager, and I'm gonna have to take the screen down just a little bit. It's a little bit big on me. So let's grab a video here. I want to show you. I did this really cool video with my buddy Lisa Torres. Look at that, awesome video. So let's say here, if I want to do something on this video. All right, so one of the things that are very powerful, and I did some training on this before, and it's in the back office, so I'm not going to get heavy into it, is lead cards. And what lead cards are, if we just click on this, is it is a point in the video where you can have this little dot pop up, and you can click it. And it is a little card where people can click on it, and it can take them to a capture page, it can take them to your blog, but it's meant, lead cards are very powerful. Well, recently they added in this new one, you can put a poll in there. I mean, think about that. How cool is that? So you can put you want to take engagement up on your videos? Watch this. You could say, what are you struggling? Let's see, what are you struggling with in your business? Okay, it's a good thing I have spell check. Thank God for spell check. So what are you struggling with in your business? Generating leads? Prospecting? Online marketing? Social media? Recruiting? On and on. You can go as many as you want. And then you do is you create this card. So what you have here is this little deal right down here, and I'll see if I can blow it up just slightly for you. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, so then what you have is you have this little card right here. Okay, and what happens is wherever you put it, if you notice, it's got this little eye right here now. So look what happens when I click on it. What are you struggling with in your business? Generating leads, prospecting, online marketing, and recruiting. So this pops up. If you watch this, let me let this play for a second, and it'll get to that point. So if you notice, what'll happen here? Let me see if I can watch what happens when it gets to this. If you haven't seen this before, all right. There we go. It's getting to it. Okay, here we go. So there you go. What are you struggling with in your business? This thing pops up on the screen, so people click it, and then this pops up. So then they can say, "Well, I'm generating leads." They just answered the question. So this is a cool way for you to get some additional engagement in your videos. And what's really cool is that you can actually go in and you could add multiple ones if you want. You could put in a couple. You can put up to 5 cards per video. So you got 5 cards you can put per video. And this is a fantastic way to get engagement on your videos. That's really what you want. So what you could do is you put a poll right away within the first 30 seconds, maybe even sooner. Okay? One of the things your goal is to get people cranked into your video like right away. Because, man, the first thing people do when they get to that video, they look right here. Okay? This is what they're looking at. Now, this is a longer video. There's an interview, but they're looking right here and they want to see how long is that video. I do it at every video I watch. The first thing I do is how long is it? And if it's too long, I make a split-second decision. Has it grabbed me? Do I really want to spend the next 7 minutes watching this video? Do I want to invest 7 minutes? I make that split-second decision, and guess what? You do the same thing. people do the same thing. So if you could use a poll right within like even the first 10 seconds to grab their attention and get them engaged, that's how you use this thing, generating leads. So the more they do it, you know what I mean, it's going to give you that information. And you can get the stats back here, I believe. Actually, I haven't even figured that part out yet. That's pretty funny. But you can get this, you know, you can find this out, but you're getting them engaged. And that's what you want to do on your video. So put these polls in there. You know, base it on the content of the video itself and give some answers and see about getting them engaged right away. I'm telling you, it'll help you in the long run. So literally, if you can do it within the first 5 to 10 seconds, get that poll in there, boom, you're going to get them locked in. And then as they go throughout the video, let's say you get to, you know, if we move this here to where that's at the beginning, and then let's say at the 50-second mark, we drop in a link to, you know, whatever. I'm just put my blog in here, an example, and you know, or I've got these couple here, you know, just link it to that. Click next. There you go. It pulled this information, so you put your call to action in there. Visit my blog. I know that's not really sexy enough, but you know, you can go in here and put in whatever you're going to put in here. So teaser text. This is the little question that pops up when that little I comes up. So the teaser text can be need more leads. Your goal is to, I mean, I'm telling you, like, you want to know how to really get people to take action on your content. Man, talk about leads. Seriously, just talk about leads. Leads are like crack to a crack addict. I know that's a bad example, but it's like network marketers, leads are like crack to them, okay? I mean, seriously. It's like when people hear the word leads, it's like it just sucks them in like a, I don't know. I can't explain it. Brian, you know what I'm talking about. You've been doing this for years, man. I mean,
leads and money, man. That's the war cry since 2008. That's the pain.
That's it, man. It just sucks people in like crazy. So need more leads? You know, click here. So you can create this card. Now that's a little long, so let's just go here. And you can put a thumbnail. I did not put a thumbnail on that. So if you want to, you can put that in there. Let me see here. Profile. Maybe I'll just put in my picture. Come on now. Computer's running a little slow. I got too many programs running here. All right. We'll just cancel that. Anyway, you can put your picture in there, and boom. So now as it's playing, let's see this one now. All right, so we had our poll. That's meant to get engagement right away. You've got questions that you can ask or links. So, you know, you can link this to anything. It has to be, now need more leads, click here, boom. There's our post that comes up. It clicks off, goes off to my blog. Now you can put that to a capture page, but here's the kicker. Okay, you cannot put any link in there. It has to be a link to your associated website. Now, if you're not sure what associated website is, go back in here to your channel, and you're going to go to advanced, and you're going to set up an associated website right here. Now, for your main channel, obviously I recommend you put your blog link in there, but it should be your own domain. Do not use like mlspsites.com. You want to use your own domain, and then it walks you through on how to set that up. But any link that you put in there has to be your main domain. In my case, markharbor.com. So any link that I put in there has to have markharbor.com in it, or it won't work. So that's one thing that you have to do. All right. So I know there's a lot of content here, guys. I'm gonna hit one more point, and then I want to share something real quick with you that's super ninja on SEO stuff. All right. So one other thing that's very, very cool is when you go to the when you have a video from an SEO standpoint that I think is really powerful is transcriptions. You know, if you ever notice when you go to a video, let's see here, this is a video I just uploaded recently, is captions. You know, the captions on there. Well, captions actually serve as an SEO point as well. That can actually help with the rankings of your videos. See this right here? I've got this video. Look what it's doing. It shows all my other videos right here. That's really what you want. So if you have that common tag like I was telling you, that's also going to help. I mean, look at all my other videos it's showing here. You want people to be engaged in all your videos. Okay? So anyway, let me get back to what I was saying here. The captions really will help you in terms of ranking just with inside of YouTube. YouTube really, really likes it when people put captions. And if your keyword is in there in those captions as well, that's powerful. Well, the problem is the automated way that YouTube does it, they come out horrible. So you can use this really cool website called rev.com. I use this website like crazy. I love it. And rev.com, it actually integrates with your channel if you want. And every video you upload, it will automatically create captions for you. An actual human being goes in, creates the captions for you, and it's $1 a minute. So if you don't mind spending a little bit of money, if you have an 8-minute video, guess what happens? It can cost you $8. They'll do some perfectly worded captions for you, and boom, you're right there. They can also do a transcription for you. If you want to transcribe a video, $1 a minute. I use this website. It's awesome. It's really, really cool. But it's a cool way to have your captions added automatically, and it integrates with your channel. If you want to do every video, you may not want to do every video. That's fine. If not, then you just do it on a per video basis. But if you really want to like optimize, I mean, you can. There's so much you can do, just so much, you know. So anyway, all right. So how we doing, B? We doing good? We good for another 5-10 minutes so I can show them this Ninja SEO thing and
yeah.
we'll,
I don't think you're losing anyone. This is great stuff. I'm taking some notes myself here.
Sweet, sweet. All right, cool. So one of the things I wanted to show you is and this is a little bit more advanced. So some of you guys that are new, you know, don't get freaked out by this. Every time I train, my goal is to give enough to the new people, and then I want to give some cool stuff to the guys that have been around for a while that want some more advanced stuff. Okay, I like to hit every little demographic within my training audience, and hopefully you guys will dig it. Hopefully some of you new guys have gotten some great stuff, and here I'm going to give you a little bit of some ninja stuff for the guys that have been doing this a while. So one of the things that helps you in terms of ranking videos is what we call backlinks. And backlinks are, in other words, it's just a way of like your video getting syndicated out onto other websites. And it's always kind of a process that you've had to do kind of manually. Well, one of the cool things that you can do is you can actually automate this more and more to where literally you can get automated syndication out to a ton of websites for you that help you get free backlinks to your videos. And basically, I'm going to just draw real quick for you this concept so you can see it. But how this works is, let's say you have your video right here, and you upload your video. Well, how cool would it be that as soon as you upload your video, you don't have to do anything, and it just automatically gets syndicated out to these other sites like WordPress.com, Blogger.com, and it just goes out to these sites. It automatically gets posted on Twitter. It automatically gets posted on, blog.com. It automatically gets syndicated out and just goes out to all these different places automatically. You don't even have to do a dang thing. It just syndicates all by itself. Well, you can do that, and you can get it out, and this ultimately will help you in terms of some immediate search engine love, so to speak, as it gets out there on these major sites. There's a site out there, and some of you guys have probably heard this. It's called ifttt.com, and this is a really cool site. It's free. I mean, believe it or not, they don't even have paid plans. I don't know how these guys stay in business, to be honest with you, but they've been around quite a while, And you can set up these things that are called recipes inside of IFTTT. And what IFTTT means is if this, then that. That's what that means. If this, then that. And basically what you can do is, now I'm going to show you this. This is this ties into my main channel. Check this out. Look at all this. These are all what I have recipes. So if this, then that. So if YouTube, if I upload a new YouTube video, then post it to WordPress.com. Let me give you an example here. Let me just pull this up here. So you can see that I've got this all set up. And check this out. This is a blog on WordPress.com. This is a free blog on WordPress.com. Look what it's doing. It's syndicating out my videos for free. So if I upload it, boom, it puts it out on WordPress.com. WordPress.com, this is an authority site. You see that? So one of the things that YouTube loves is embeds. Like if it's embedded on another website, especially if it's a what do you call it? A website that has authority on it, that's going to help you in terms of ranking. So you can go in and you can set this up to where you integrate your channel. Here's your channels. You have all these channels that you can use. Check this out. You can create accounts on all of these websites if you wanted to. I mean, there's so many here. I mean, just look at this. I mean, some of these I don't know if they would really work. I mean, but in terms of social, let me get down here to social. All right. So social networking. So you've got app.net. You can syndicate it to app.net. You can send it out to Facebook, your pages. You can have it automatically post on Pinterest for you. You can go out to Twitter. You can have it go out to Tumblr. Tumblr's on here. If you have a Tumblr account, it'll automatically go out to Tumblr, which is a high authority site. You can send it out to Twitter. You've got let's see what else we got here. Delicious. That's an authority site. It creates a bookmark for you. So you can have it to where it automatically, you upload a video, it goes out to Delicious for you. You've got Diigo, which is D-I-I-G-O. Diigo is another site. You've got guys, when you really think about it, this is like endless, and this can all be automated for you. You don't have to touch it. Once you set it all up, it's totally, automated. You can go so incredibly deep with this. I don't even have time to get into all of it. I literally just want to give you some basic nuggets that you can run with if you want and get creative with it. But literally, this will help you when you set this up rank in the search engines. Now, I've got a group of students that I'm working with at the moment, and I'm actually, we're diving really deep into some of this stuff. But, this is just the basics. I mean, you think about it, you could get so detailed in terms of, taking one network and that network posts to another network, and it just goes like endless, creates this huge automated web of SEO. And once it's all set up, man, it's like boom. I mean, that's really, really powerful. So, I mean, anyway, I wanted to show you this because this is literally automated stuff. You set it up once and you're done. You're done. You don't have to touch it. It may take you a little time to set this up and get it all going and connected, but the best thing you can do is syndicate your stuff out. You got to get it out there, and this will help you in terms of rankings here in YouTube itself. YouTube has a ton of internal traffic, guys, and when you have this type of stuff going out, and it's really creating those authority backlinks, so to speak. YouTube sees it. YouTube is a search engine. They have a spider that goes out and crawls the web and looks. And when they see that your video is embedded on these, top domains, well, that's going to really fare well for you. That's going to be a really good thing, and they're going to come back and say, you know what, let's push this up in our rankings, and YouTube will do that. I'm telling you guys, there's so much power in YouTube. It is the #2 search engine, and I've actually heard reports too that it could possibly take over Google soon. I'm not joking. You know, seriously, the growth of YouTube is ridiculous. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how fast it's growing. And part of the reason is because people are coming here. They're literally ditching their cable, and they're getting rid of their cable because they can come to YouTube and get any entertainment they want. So why not create content that puts them right there, your stuff, your content right in front of them? YouTube just started. Some of you may or may not know this, but they just started subscription plans for $10 a month. It's called YouTube Red. You can set up a YouTube Red account and you can get ad-free content on YouTube. So, that ought to tell you where they're going and give you some ideas. But guys, there's so much. I mean, I could literally sit here for 3 hours and keep going on and on and on, but we just don't have the time for that. But guys, I hope you got a little value out of this. I hope this helped you, because YouTube is a really, really powerful thing. I've used it, for years. To date, I've had one channel shut down, and I got it back a year later. So I am completely even. I've never had a channel shut down and stay down. So that's a good record, and just utilize it. It's too powerful to leave alone. You're creating videos and content. A lot of times we focus on Facebook and other things. Man, focus on YouTube, man. There's so much good stuff there, and I haven't even delved into paid marketing the way I want to on YouTube, because there's so much incredible possibility in paid marketing on YouTube. I mean, just so much. I've definitely done some for sure, but not to the point where I want to teach it yet. I like to master something before I teach it. So once I master that and got it down, we'll come in and do a webinar for the community and give some training on that eventually too. But I just love the free stuff. It's how I built my business. It's how you can too, and just set a really strong foundation. So anyway, B, what do you think, man?
Yeah, buddy. That was awesome, man. Very, very cool. I think, man, I told you before the webinar, people are already asking for System Campaign. We're doing so much stuff, and we're working on a lot of big projects. We told the team I'm going to leave us alone for System Campaigns for a month, and I'm being yelled at to immediately turn around and make this into a System Campaign. So we'll have to see what we can do there, man. There's a ton of good stuff. My favorite, guys, that branding watermark, for very simple, just put that subscribe button. I thought was awesome. Increase your subscribers. Of course, the YouTube cards. I'd be interested to see where and how, if you can get that analytics, because that could actually tell you what you should be making your next video on, if you can even do that. But regardless, a really engaging thing. Rev.com is awesome. To be able to transcribe your stuff. And then, guys, that if this then that is such a, you can get as wild, with syndication and like, even if you link it up to WordPress, and then WordPress goes to, Twitter and then Dig, and it's just.
Think about this. So you set up if this then that. You syndicate your videos out to like WordPress and Tumblr and all these places. Those places provide you an RSS feed, and if you don't know what RSS feed is, look it up. You could take all of those RSS feeds, combine them into one at RSS Mix, go to Fiverr and have them send it out to RSS directories all over the place. And then you could take that RSS feed, go set up an OnlyWire account, and every time something hits it, it syndicates out to an OnlyWire. 50 social networks get it. I mean, dude, there's so much you could do with it. It's sick. I feel like Rob 4 right now.
Yeah, I know. It's about to say, man, you're dancing into a whole new different area here into this topic. I love it. This is awesome, man. Really great stuff. Dude, exactly. I knew you'd be on point. Loved it. You over an hour now of just pure value. Do you want to take some questions, man? Are you cool? Okay. Yeah, great.
For some reason, I can't see questions here, so you have to read them to me.
Probably did JP have to pull you in?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, there you have it, guys. Mark Harbert, the rock star here. This will be recorded as well as for members especially, and we'll see about system campaigns and things like that. But it maybe for the next few minutes, as long as he wants to stay to what will be your left, there should be a lit up question mark box now. Just click that, and you can interact with Mark if you have some real time questions. I would just ask if you could keep it to like this content material and subject matter just for this webinar and this recording, please, and we'll get to as many as possible over the next few minutes here. Will this training be in a PDF file? No, this won't be a PDF or transcribed. It'll be in your back office very, very soon for members. Is there a limit? Is there a limit? April is asking, is there a limit to how many keywords you can add to your channel?
No, you could put, yeah, I think you can put quite a few in there. I've never really like tested to, get a whole bunch. I mean, I personally like to keep it very tight. If you're going to go after like one major keyword, kind of try to stick with that. That's just my thinking. But you think about it too with keywords. I mean, when you take all these keywords, and I'm not getting into heavy keyword research tonight. I mean, I showed you a little bit on YouTube, but going to MLSP, there's some modules all about keyword research that you can check in the training library there. Mm-hmm. And but once you get all these keywords, I mean, think about all the ridiculous amounts of videos that you can do that all tie into the main theme of your channel. And it's just pretty powerful.
Mike is asking, I don't think I quite understand it. When using the transcripts for the closed captions, wouldn't it be easier to use a teleprompter and then just copy and paste?
I'm never a fan of teleprompters. I'm not a fan of scripting videos. Personally, I think that when you come from the heart, and you don't have to have everything perfect. Scripts are okay if you want to take them and read them and kind of get an idea of what you should say and how to say it. But ultimately, when you're coming off the cuff, I believe it's more real. People get a sense of who you are. I mean, I've had coaching clients where I've had to coach them to like stop reading because they'll be they're looking and their eyes are going back and forth and it's just so obvious they're reading. But it comes off very non-real and non-authentic, and that's not what you want. People want authenticity. Give them authenticity. I mean, just pretend you're sitting in front of the fire having a beer with your buddy. You'd be sitting there chatting, at a campfire or something, having a good old time telling stories. Put yourself in that mode when you go to create a video, and man, it's just the most powerful thing you could ever do.
Awesome. From George, and I'm sure a lot of people have this question because we mentioned it a couple of times and have had that fear about YouTube. Just curious, what was it that got your YouTube channel shut down in your opinion?
I honestly, to this day, I don't even know. It was an old video I had that got flagged, and there was no explanation given. So I honestly don't know.
Okay, George, I would add, for us personally, we've had YouTube channel shut down, and you'll hear, Mark was going to say there, doesn't know. I mean, we've just been told that all we know is that it's Google that really like the MLM profession as a whole because they just don't understand it. And if you have a very heavy MLM channel that you target specific companies, I would be careful with that because that could be, if the trademark, company name, or you're using the leader's name without permission, that actually get your channel shut down. Yeah. So just be careful. And that doesn't mean to say you can't use MLM keyword. Obviously, Mark does that. But just if you're talking about making $50 million per night, or real quick in this new MLM business, you want to be careful with that because that will trigger some red flags.
Yeah, and to keep this in mind too, like guys, if you're going to do something like company reviews, do not use your main channel. Set up a separate one, and I would only do like 5 to 10 videos per channel. I really would. I mean, they're powerful and you can do great stuff, but they are high risk. So if you're willing to take that risk, that's cool. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Cool. Good point, guys. I'm going to repeat that. If you are doing any type of company-related reviews, not on your main channel, because that is a very gray area, and you do not want to lose your main baby, your main YouTube. Okay, so Dan is asking, can you go in and make updates to current videos to add the SEO?
Say that one more time.
She's asking, can you go in and make updates to current and post like previous videos to play with the SEO, or will that kind of?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've actually seen it where videos, they're not optimized very well, and then go back like a couple months later, re-optimize it, change it up, and then it shoots up. You know, it's just you can go back to any old videos and change them up totally.
Cool. Okay. I will ask this question, but I will say this, guys, that this is not what Mark showed about that blog. That is not your site's blog. But here's the question. Roxanne is asking what was your WordPress site for just your video all about? What is that?
So your associated website, you don't want to put your MLSP sites domain in there. So if you're
Sorry, she's asking about the thing you just showed with this, then that for the WordPress.com basically.
Oh yeah, WordPress.com is that's a whole separate deal. You have WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Your MLSP, you want to set up a whole separate WordPress.com, and you can get free blogs that are like subdomains on WordPress.com. So it could be like markharbert.wordpress.com or brianfinale.wordpress.com. So you can set up another free account. And ultimately, go through and set it up and then do it that way. But you can set up, I think, like almost unlimited blogs on WordPress if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they're, that's what they have. So.
Yeah, Roxanne, keep in mind that with that, I mean, it's a great, I don't know how many millions of blogs on WordPress.com, but they own the content. Like when you. That's not Mark's hub. He uses that, but that's not Mark's baby.
Right.
Because he doesn't own it.
Right.
Very, very key difference there. But it is a great social, a huge PR, page rank value, lots of authority. Great for what Mark is using it for. Exactly what Mark is using it for. Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, so for Jess, for tracking clicks, I can just use the custom links, or do you recommend using what you showed?
Well, I use a separate one outside of, because some of my capture pages are on my own personal domain, so I don't have the tracking built in like MLSP does. If you're using Funnelizer, that's got tracking all built in, and you can use that tracking. There's training back there that shows you how to use it and to do that tracking. That was just a new feature put on like a month ago. And so you can utilize that, and I highly recommend that, that you track every video. So if you don't know where your results are coming from, then you don't know what's working and what's not. You're just kind of, throwing it out there and hoping something comes back. Well, what if you're throwing a whole bunch out there, there's stuff coming in, and you have no idea where it's coming? But if you're tracking, you know where it's coming from, and then you can really focus in on doing that more.
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome, dude. Can you see me? We're having a huge storm. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're having a storm. Okay, just that.
Yeah, your video's been choppy. You've been sounding like a robot, but you're good. I can still hear you.
Okay, cool. Let me turn off my camera. Then help. All right.
There we go.
Rain is asking if this and that syndicated. Try and rephrase that question, Rand. Not sure. I thought I understood that, but please rephrase.
Here's a question I see in the chat. If you have a different YouTube channel that have separate themes, do you want to have separate Twitter accounts for the same reasons? You totally can. I mean, honestly, if you have a channel that's all about marketing, and then you have another one that's all about exercise and health and wellness, set up a different Twitter channel. When you're using some of the tools that Adam showed you, you could set that up and just, it's pretty awesome, and do it that way. So I would say use separate accounts.
Cool. Okay. Couple more here. What's the best? Nathan is asking, what's the best paid social syndication site?
Best paid social syndication sites. Um, I guess what you're referring to would be like OnlyWire, onlywire.com. I mean, that's something that, you can, they've been around for years, but it allows you to put like 50 plus networks in there, and you can put one submission in, it submits it out to like 50 different networks. Now, I'll tell you this, the best way to do it is, unless you want to go through and set up all the accounts yourself, which can be very time consuming, go on Fiverr.com and you can have somebody set up they'll set up an account for you with all the social networks, and then they'll give you the login information, and then you can go in and just upgrade the account. I think it's $50 for a year for 1,000 submissions a month, which is, really cool.
Yeah. There you go.
But then you don't have to do all the footwork,
Right on, right on. Okay. Susan is asking when you mentioned. Okay. When you mention creating a unique code, should it be the same code on every video?
Yeah. You're talking about the tag, the unique tag. Come up with your own tag, and it's your own identifier tag, something totally unique to you. And then if you put that on every single video you upload, you set it in that upload default, so it'll be there automatically. What happens is YouTube will see that tag, and it will associate all your videos together because it's got that one tag. But it's something totally unique to you.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, thank you. Jigna is asking if you have an MLM company and also trying to rank for that company, do you suggest 2 separate channels?
Personally, if you're going to do anything with companies, I would totally recommend you set up a separate channel just for that. Because, again, like Brian said, you're dealing with company names, things like that. I'm not saying don't do it. It's very, very powerful, but you just want to keep in mind, that, doing that could potentially get your videos flagged. But, you may not get them flagged either. But if you're going to do that, I would highly recommend setting up a separate channel.
Cool. Okay, good question from Leanne, of course, asking high-level one here because you breezed under your breath. A very cool thing at the end is asking, can Mark go back over the Fiverr, OnlyWire, RSS thing just a little bit slower? That was hot.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead and just share my screen here real quick. Let me draw this so everybody can get this. I love my little drawing thing here.
I love it too, man. It's engaging.
Yeah. All right. So when you create your video and it goes out to WordPress.com and it goes out to Blogger.com and it goes out to Blog.com and it goes out to Tumblr and it goes out to Delicious and it goes out to all these other sites, okay, what happens is a lot of these sites, even Twitter, what happens is they have what are called RSS feeds. All right, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. You can find out what RSS means. It means real simple syndication. And all it is, it provides like this feed of your content, which shows it's like a simple version of all your content. And it allows people to read that feed and then post that information on another site. So you take all the RSS feeds from all of these properties, if you can get them, and then you go over to a website called rssmix.com, RSS Mix, okay, .com. So you gather all these RSS feeds, and you go over to RSS Mix, you put them all in there and combine them all into one RSS feed. And then you can go over to Fiverr.com and have them set up an OnlyWire account. Oops, not that. An OnlyWire, you can see right here. You got, I like to get the ones with the higher ratings. So look at this. I will do an OnlyWire all account creation and full setup. So onlywire.com, just in case you don't know, I'll show you this. This site's been around for many years now. But look at this. Post content to 50 social profiles all at once. And so you got all of these out here. You can have them set it up for you. And look, you can even have it branded. You can add on some extras here. Set up all your new accounts in your OnlyWire profile. Include a profile picture, website of all your new accounts. So you can add your website for an additional $10. Do full customization on all accounts, looking natural. They recommend that. Adds an extra time, but some extra money. I mean, so you look at $50, you can have these guys go out and look. It's got really good feedback here. People are using it, and you can have this all set up and you outsource it, so you don't have to do it because this could literally take you hours to do. Okay, seriously, to set it all up and do it. Pay somebody to do it. They set up the OnlyWire account for you now. And I'm just giving you this idea. I haven't even fully implemented this all myself. But check this out. You go in here. This is my account. And you can go into automation. Check this out. You can add a feed. So you take all your feeds from all these properties that are being syndicated out, and you add in the RSS feed here. And guess what? Every time something new shows up on that feed, it'll syndicate out to 50 networks. Boom. Boom, 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 and you can set up this huge, network of whatever. You go balls to the wall if you want, and just, have it go nuts. And then you could take that same RSS feed and go back over to Fiverr and have it go out to, RSS directories. Let me see here. Look at this. I will submit your website to 50 plus RSS directories. So you give them the RSS feed, boom, send it out to RSS directories. So now every time a new piece of content shows up, it's showing up on all these sites. You're getting all backlinks there. This is all automated. I mean, you can set this whole entire thing up automated to where you don't even have to do nothing but create the content, upload it, and boom, that's it. So I mean, there's so many ridiculous things you can do with this. That it's off the chain, man. I mean, all automated SEO at its finest. There you go.
Awesome. So once you combine all that good. So did you take the OnlyWire RSS feed and combine that over at RSSMix.com with all of the other feeds?
Yeah. So what you do is you just grab so you go. Let's say you go to WordPress.com and you connect that to IFTTT. So when your video gets uploaded, it gets posted automatically to your WordPress.com blog. That WordPress.com blog has here's one right here. So it has an RSS feed on it, which is probably just this. Yeah, there you go. There's the feed. So a lot of times it's just the blog address /feed, and this is the feed here. Now it doesn't really look very good inside of Chrome, but if you do it inside of Firefox, here you go. This is the feed. This is the RSS feed. So it grabs this and then syndicates it out. It looks better in Firefox than it does in Chrome. But it grabs it, and you can take all of these feeds. So you grab this feed. You can grab one from Tumblr. You can grab one like let me see here. So if I go to, where is that, right here? So if I grab this feed and I put that in here, and then let's say I have like a couple more, but let me just put my blog here as an idea, markharbour.com/feed.
Can you show your browser or whatever you're on?
Yeah. Blow this up a little bit. There you go. So I'm just taking all these feeds, and if I have a Tumblr one, I can put that. I mean, look, you can put up to 100 different feeds in this, and then you just name it, and it can say my IFTTT feed. You create it, and it takes all these feeds. After it creates it, I learned about this site from Rob 4. Dude's such a beast. There you go. Look, so it took these two feeds and it created one feed right here.
Dude, hold on. You're not. Can you share the? We're looking at you, which we love to look at you, but we're
Oh,
not.
really? I thought I was showing my screen here. There we go. All right, you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what I did is I went to RSS Mix, and I just created a feed, and it took these feeds and I added them to the site, and it created a new feed for me right here.
Mm-hmm.
So it combined them all into one. So literally, you can take up to 100 feeds and combine them into one feed. See what I mean? So now if I put this in here, it's combined my blog and that. Look at it. This is my blog and all combined. So now you can take that over and you can feed that into like OnlyWire, you know, I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
You know, and all this stuff just gets automated, thrown out into like this, craziness. I mean, you can just, and it's nuts, man. You could go full on with this stuff. Take it as far as you want, you know.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very thorough. Awesome answer. If that was a little bit over your head, that's okay. This is one of your newer webinars or first webinars, deep breath, you'll get